Oh, I think it's the future, man. It's robot soccer. I think it's slowly, surely going to take place of human soccer.
That just come up on YouTube, or
It just came up on YouTube.
I'm glad I looked at all the weird shit I've looked at because it brought me tiny little robots playing tiny little soccer for tiny little children in a tiny little country.
Moving way better than I thought they were going to, and pretty good at even getting up when they knocked over.
Yeah, all the robots definitely they all did a little crab run pretty good. And,
Yeah.
And I was, I felt emotionally invested in tiny robot soccer.
I did. I almost looked like they were going to score a goal like twice, but their goalie was just too much for him.
I had to be still my beating heart several times. Anyway, Sounders and Thunders. What we got? We got Houston today. The Houston Dynamo.
Houston Dynamo. They are no pushovers.
But first,
it's
a lovely day in Seattle.
It is a lovely, beautiful day in Seattle.
Lovely day for mulching. Lovely day for brats. Lovely day for soccer.
It's about 79 degrees. Feels like 79 degrees. It's clear sky and just beautiful. If you get to make it out to the game today, fuck you. No, just kidding. No, it's
And by the way, enjoy that $28 beer.
And there's garlic fries.
Yeah, it might only be $18, but it's still absurd.
But really, it's a nice day for a game, and you're gonna have a good time down there. I'm sure that the tailgating was fun. While you're down there in that area, make sure you stop out Ambrosia and get a watermelon slushie.
Oh yeah, watermelon slushies, just watermelon ice blender, delicious.
Yeah,
what are you gonna do? It is. So we got Marshall and the Swede are still out. From what I understand.
They are still out.
But that gives us Torres in the back and Delem as the defensive midfielder, which is fine. Delem is not flashy, but he is effective, and he will parlay Francais into your heart if you are not careful.
The lineup, it looks like it's getting back to how it was at the beginning of the season. For the most part, it seems like people are getting back from injuries and whatnot, and it looks like we're going to be back to where we need to be.
Because we got Rui Diaz back up front, which pushes Morris back to midfield where I enjoy him more, and I wouldn't be surprised if he enjoyed it more.
I think he does enjoy it more there because he can do more of that helping out, but also get goals when he needs to. Yeah. And I think it allows him the freedom to run back post a lot more too.
Yeah, and we still got some Bruin back, so we got someone for if Rui Diaz needs to have his hair styled. Which last time we saw him when he came in, before his hair was getting back to a nice pompadourish, which is what I like to see. Mm-hmm. I like to see him looking fabulous at all times. What do we got? I guess it's the other guys, man.
Yeah, Houston is no joke. They are not a shabby team. We have always seemed to struggle with them. They always seem to either tie us or beat us, at least in Houston.
I noticed that in the highlights we watched, they were utilizing teamwork very effectively with them four front guys, and I hate teamwork when it's not my teamwork.
Especially number 9 and 17. I don't want to butcher their names, so 17 is Albert. Is Albert?
Alberth.
Is
Alberth?
Alberth.
Ellis.
And number 9 is Minuto. I'm going to call him Minuto.
Yeah.
Minuto.
Minuto and Alton Ellis.
Yeah.
There you go.
They're pretty deadly duo, man. They from the highlights and what I've seen, they definitely can work together very well. And it almost seems like they know where each other are at on the field when they need to be.
Yeah, and them other two gangsters weren't too shabby at following up. They do some pretty good give and goes, which we always have to watch out for because the Sounders are weak on the give and go defense. Make sure you cover up in the box. These people are crashing them boards. You gotta be there too.
Backline needs to stay awake because these look like guys that would definitely sneak past us if we don't pay attention.
Absolutely,
at all.
Agreed.
So just be on the lookout for that. Looks like we have some news with some of our players though. We got some updates.
Let me do I just want to see. I want to see us do those normal things that I say.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Filling space, making runs, all that other stuff. And I want to see us concentrating on keeping our shit together.
Yeah.
Whether it be the 28-minute rule or the 56-minute rule. Either way, keep your shit together.
Absolutely.
But news. I know that kind of was redundant, but I had to yell it so that I didn't have to yell
it's needed
during the game.
It's definitely needed because this again, I feel like we're now getting into a little bit harder teams.
Yeah.
And they're going to try us really hard in that back line, especially if they've watched our tapes, which I'm sure they have. They've seen us struggle in the back line. So
I'm sure they watch better highlights than we do on the fucking internet.
Yeah, no kidding.
Jesus. There's so much good stuff going on in the middle third of the field. Just cover a little bit of it. When you see those extended highlights, they're not any better. You see so many of just one guy passing to another guy, and you're like, wait, that was the highlight? You fucker? Anyway.
So we get some news. Marshall, there's been talks and rumors that this may be Marshall's last season.
There's going to be a new sheriff in town once the Marshall's gone.
Yeah.
No, we did the thing that we will do where we will go down to South America and get us a player.
Yep.
And he looks good. I watched some of the highlights and I looked at some of the other stuff, and I don't even remember his fucking name offhand. But I believe he comes from Ecuador. He definitely does Marshall stuff. Like in his highlights, he was making good stops and good defensive moves in R18, and he was making good offensive headers and being where he needed to be in their 18. And once again, he's showing in the middle third of the field. So I'm assuming he's filling in there too.
Yep. And we have a return of another player that I'm actually looking forward to seeing again.
The return of the Jones.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah. Someday we'll get Darwin Jones back, and then we'll play we'll play Pulisic or something like that. I know he's going to Chelsea.
Yeah.
We'll play somebody in Germany so that we can say that Germany has declared war on the Jones boys finally.
I think this would have been the year because I think we got a friendly against one of the German teams.
Yeah. Where is Darwin Jones?
He was in Tampa Bay last time I heard. He was playing with the Tampa Bay Ruffians, Tampa Bay Rounders, Tampa Bay Rousers, Rousdowers,
Rufflers. They do deep tissue massage, focusing on the fascia.
Oh,
with the connective tissue between the muscle and the bones.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, I used to have it done.
That's right, you did.
I used to get rubbed down.
That's right.
By a guy who's probably hairier than I am, so it works. I think that's the rule. Like if you want to go by like 80s 80s fears. There you go. Fears from the 80s. If the dude is rubbing you down is hairier than you are, you're okay.
So on top of that, we also have the possibility of Smith having to return to where we got him from.
Yeah, he might go back. He might go back to Arkham and worship Dagon. No, I mean he. No one said anything about whether Bournemouth or whatever was wanting to take him back. But I hope that that they forget. I hope that they're just like, where we put that guy with the mustache? You know the guy?
Is he still here?
He was like the blackest person on this team. Where'd that guy go?
And faster than a motherfucker?
Yeah. He about blacker than a motherfucker too. So okay, that's what I was gonna say. With so if Smith stays, Jovan Jones is here. Jovan Jones can play that position same as he can. He can also play that style on the other side of where Leardom is right now. And the question then becomes, does Jovan Jones even need to play defense? I don't think he plays defense for anybody else on the planet.
No, he can play midfielder if he wanted to. Yeah,
we could definitely use more wing running people. We can throw him up front occasionally if we wanted to.
He's got speed on him. So to be able to see him and Smith on one side, the speed down the field, or him and Nuhu together.
I'm also kind of interested to see what can Leardom do somewhere else. Like what would Leardom do as like in the middle of the field as a halfback? Because he's got good feet, eyes. He grew up in that Dutch tradition of having good feet and stuff like that. So I always kind of wonder. Plus, he seems to be the kind of guy where like you'd be like, hey man, can you do this? And he'd be like, yeah.
I like to see him and Ship together.
Yeah,
being able to play the middle somewhere and go and see what their ball work would be. And
yeah.
It would be. I think that'd be really fun to watch.
Yeah, and usually, like when Leardom is yelling at everybody else, he's yelling things that I would probably yell. So if he agrees with me, then I'm probably cool with him. What else we got down here? Oh, the other defenders. Shit. Because I think we'll be good on that. No. Ain't no one listening. I'll edit it out someday. Just some other weird bullshit that I wanted to talk about. Should the refs just run over and use the VAR? Like, must we go through all this nonsense of him like making the call and then running over and talking to people for a few minutes?
He can at least do it quicker. He could just do the
just being like I'm doing this and I'll be back in a minute. Or like if he runs over to the sideline where the TVs are, what the fuck else is he going to be doing? Like let's not be football. I know that we are football to everybody else in the world, but let's not be the football that I grew up calling football. You don't need them. And then there's a lot of me yelling about the MLS app. Okay, here, I'll bitch about the MLS app, and then you can bitch about something you want.
Go ahead.
So I'm using the MLS app to find out stuff, and I just wanted to go from like the Houston Dynamo team part of the app to the stats for the Houston Dynamo. And you used to be able to on the old app that I had until it stopped working.
Yeah, I missed the old app.
You used to be able to just find the stats for the team, but now you got to go to the first thing of the app, or even on the site. You got to go to the opening of the site
and
then go all the way through the stats and then tell it that you want to have a specific team and then tell them what the team is. Who is that for? Who is that benefiting? Cui bono, man? Who the fuck benefits, man? Who's winning this war?
Nice.
I've went to college many times.
I miss the old MLS app because I used to get notifications.
Yeah.
I used to get notifications of who was out, the lineup, the game was canceled, all those notifications. Who scored? Nothing now, not a damn thing.
Oh, and when I was looking at the goddamn website, the MLS website, it gives you the wins and losses separately for home and away and doesn't tally them up.
Oh,
I do not want to do math on the internet.
The other thing the old MLS app used to do is you could have more than one team picked as your favorite. So if you wanted to keep up, say, the Sounders and the national team, you could on the same app. Not now, not at all.
And if this is all changeable, why are these the defaults?
I don't know. I do not know.
Who is John Q. Public? Where can I find him?
And another thing I want to bitch about is Joe TV.
Goddamn you, Joe TV.
I am able to look at the cable channels on the computer like legally. So it's not like I'm going to pirate it.
Straight shot bus ride.
Let me watch the damn game from the internet on the channel that should be on because I have the cable that I'm paying for.
I thought we were Emerald City or Jets or the flag wavers. Come on. I thought we were together on this.
Stop the bullshit and let me just watch the game where I want to. Come on.
Is this average Joe? Is this Joe TV the average Joe that these apps are designed for?
I guess so, man.
I can't take this person and they control aspects of my life that shouldn't take as long as they do. It's becoming a significant percentage of my life, and it shouldn't be.
Yeah, I mean, because it comes down to is that we can't watch it legally on Joe TV. We'll go to England and watch it, where we can see great commercials for Bet365.
Yeah, I'm so busy looking up things on the internet that I don't have time for bitches in my life. That's the reason why. It's because of the app, not because of my personality and way of going about stuff.
But in closing, before the game starts, one. Back line, don't fall asleep. Watch out for 17 and 9. Mm-hmm. They will get through your ass instantly and make it a very, very long day for Fry.
Yes. And for me.
And for all of us. Secondly, watch out for the give and go. We do fall to that more than we should.
Our bad games are slow.
Yeah.
They are slow, bad games.
It should be a good night. So let's go out there and play some good soccer and, have a good time.
Yeah, I want to see Roldan making runs out of the back defense. I want to see the overlaps working. I want to see if it's not Victor and Ladero's night to be the most spectacular thing ever, I want them to at least achieve normal player doing normal player on the field thing.
I want to see Nuhu and Ship come in and maybe even Bruin if you need to.
Yeah.
Had them all three come in.
I'll take some Bawana.
Yeah,
I will take 16-year-old kid. Yeah. I will take Abdul Salam. I will take Ali Shaheed Muhammad. Bring in a Tribe Called Quest. See how they do. It'll be tough for Fife. Too soon, I know.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll be back out of the game. Go Sounders.
Yeah, man. You should listen to the Groovy Ghoulies. It's hard to find that first album.
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool.
Fun in the Dark on the internet. Just like it's hard to find Brad Logan, the Rancid song. The only reason I got to hear it on the internet the other day is because someone's friend had died, and they had to dedicate it to them, and then they wouldn't take that down.
Looking up the Groovy Ghoulies is hard, too, because they always want to pop up the cartoon, the Groovy Ghoulies. Which is nothing wrong with the Groovy Ghoulies cartoon. It's just I want to hear the band, the Groovy Ghoulies.
I want to hear some punk rock sometimes.
Yeah.
I also want to. I want the what's that? The Great Race, the one with all the Hanna-Barbera guys.
Oh, the Wacky Racers.
Yeah. So like the soundtrack to that is just like someone just going nuts on the drums, just like.
I would also like to watch the Wacky Olympics that they did.
I kind of want that as the background of me doing stuff. In fact, I probably could just put that in my headphones and just roll like that. I mean, I got to roll past the symphony, which takes a lot of rolling past crackheads.
That's true.
If you're in Seattle and you want to roll past the symphony, there's going to be some crack run-ins
that you gotta watch out for.
Which, since they're not always tuning up at the symphony for the crack incidents, I would like a little boom doom tack doom doom tack tack doom doom tack tack bam bam ding ding ding. Damn near like psychedelic hillbilly 60s cartoon.
Oh yeah.
Nonsense.
They also had the wacky. It's like sort of like Wacky Racers, but it was the Olympics and all the Hanna-Barbera's people on different Olympic teams.
I like it. I'm into that.
It's like all the villains are on one team, and then like there's a Scooby-Doo team, and then the Flintstones team.
I like it.
Yeah.
Is there a Flintstones chewable team?
Yeah, but they don't have Betty at all.
Hardly a point to it then, is there?
I don't know. Because I think Scooby-Doo had like his team had like the robotic dog from the Blue Falcon, and the I think Grape Ape was.
Could they not gather enough team members up?
Oh no, they had like I don't know how they split it up, but I think it was like Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Dum and the dog from the robot from Blue Falcon. I think they had a Grape Ape on the Scooby-Doo one, and then I think the shark and his 3 like girls that were with him were on there too.
Pretty sure we can go ahead and go by like captured demon rules and say that like since the mystery team or whatever, the gang, since they captured these ghosts and monsters that were dudes in costumes, but can we not use their superpowers of deception on the basketball court? Can we not pull like when Pinky and the Brain had the Dutch national basketball team and they just went crazy with the like robotic legs and funnel cake jokes and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
Can we not get that going on from the Scooby-Doo team with their rogue gallery?
I guess so. Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, it's the game time, so
yeah.
Go Sounders.
Giacomo Fina Andande, Giacomo Finane.